All right, so we just got done reading a little section now. I got you through about half of this with scene two. And Capulet is talking about this fight that had happened in the streets just a little bit ago. And he says, oh my gosh, this is just ridiculous. Montague is just as to blame as I am. And Paris, who is in talking to Capulet about something important, says, it's really a pity that you guys have been fighting as long as you have. So you'll notice some of these in here. If you don't understand where I'm getting this, make sure you tell me. But he says, I had kind of talked to you about something earlier. Now, what he talked to him about was proposing and having Juliet's hand in marriage. And Capulet says, oh, we've talked about this, but my child she's a stranger to the world. She's so young still. She hasn't even met her 14th birthday. So now we know that Juliet is only 13 years old during this story. And he says, let's just wait a couple more years, a couple more summers, and then she'll be ready. And Paris says, you know what? Younger girls have gotten married and been just fine and made happy mothers made. So we're talking, you know what? She's at an age where she's at a childbearing age now. So she should be married. This is the time period. Remember, this was written a long time ago. All right. So Capulet makes a comment and he's talking about these. He said, yes, but sometimes that's too early. And then he makes this comment. If you see right here, it says, the earth hath swallowed all my hopes but she. What that means is all of his prior children have died. Okay. So during this time, she's the only kid he has left. And so he's like, I want to keep her young as long as I can. And so, I'll tell you what, Paris, I will consent to you getting married, but she has to want to marry you in order for that. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to hold a feast, a party, and I'm going to invite all these beautiful women, and you can look at all of them. And if you still want to marry Juliet, and if she wants to marry you, then I will go ahead and I will consent. So, he gives a piece of paper to his servant and he says, go and invite all the people, from all over. We're going to have a big feast tonight and let's get this going. Now, the part that's kind of funny is the servant makes a comment. He's like, great, I'm going to go find all of these wonderful people. But he makes a comment. He says, it is written that the shoemaker should meddle with the yard and the tailor with the lass, the fisherman with the pencil, the painter with the nets. Here's the deal with this. What he's saying here is, do you ask someone who doesn't have the skills to go and do a job? Well, he's been asked to read a paper and he says, I don't know how to read. So there the problem comes in, and now enters Benvolio and Romeo.